And this still was a game with 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left in the game. It was still a game. And I understand that it finished out not close, but that's too close. That's a 15-point game. And believe it or not, the Chicago Sky would get that game a lot closer. Again, I think at one point...
Imagine scoring 35 points in a single game and having your team's first quarter tallies match the entire opposing team's points. That's exactly what Kelsey Mitchell did on Barbie Night, completely stealing the spotlight and rewriting the script in the Fever's favor. How did she pull it off? And what does this reveal about her unstoppable rise? Stick around as we break down the game-changing moves that left the Chicago Sky gasping. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 83% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Imagine stepping onto the court with hopes of putting on a show for your home crowd.
Well, looks like the Fever finally going to put the Chicago Sky away. 35 points. 35 points. It's impressive. 29 seconds left. It is 93-78. It took you long enough.
Only to watch that hope evaporate before the end of the first quarter. That's exactly what Chicago faced when Kelsey Mitchell stormed into Barbie Night with one mission: domination. Missing key players, the Sky still believed they could ride the momentum of their home court advantage. On the other side, Mitchell didn't come to just play. She came to take over.
The Chicago Sky team's not very good, folks. And they hung in with this Indiana Fever team, but it's been much improved. 12 of 19, 63%, 7 of 10 from three-point range. Really, it was about 1 minute and 40 seconds left before you could finally say, this game is put away.
And she wasted no time proving it. From the opening tip, Mitchell made it clear the Sky's defense meant nothing to her. Her energy on the floor was impossible to ignore, and neither was her shooting. In just a few possessions, she knocked down 3 quick shots, including a deep three-pointer that left defenders staring. The Sky scrambled to adjust, but it didn't matter. Kelsey was dissecting their defense, hitting tough floaters in traffic and sinking contested threes like she was on a solo practice run.
And Kelsey Mitchell had a gargantuan game. Of course, Stephanie White, instead of letting her roll, this is the one thing I can honestly say I'm impressed with. Kelsey Mitchell is actually shooting well from the field lately. Took her out of the game. I don't understand what the deal is with that. I really don't.
Chicago's players couldn't decide whether to double her or stay home, and their hesitation, it cost them dearly. What's even more remarkable is where Mitchell has taken her game recently. Her shooting has been a major factor, with her field goal percentage showing steady growth over the past several games. It's not random either. Analysts have pointed out her improvement in shot selection, taking cleaner looks, and balancing when to create off the dribble versus when to let the game come to her. That balance completely threw Chicago off rhythm.
Let's check this out right here. Of course, this is supposed to be the arena that Angel Reese built, right? Kelsey Mitchell through 3 quarters, 30 points, 6 three-pointers at the time in Barbie's own arena. Glad to see Chicago giving Barbie a welcome to Sophie Cunningham.
By the time their bench tried to regroup, Mitchell had already accounted for 6 three-pointers in the quarter. 6. That wasn't just efficient scoring, it was dismantling a team piece by piece. Meanwhile, Chicago's offense looked like it was stuck in first gear. Forced passes, turnovers, and missed opportunities they tried to answer, but Mitchell's smooth execution made them look frantic. By the end of the first quarter, the scoreboard said it all. Kelsey Mitchell had scored just as many points as the entire Sky roster. It wasn't just dominance. It was a loud reminder to the league that she's playing her best basketball yet. But Mitchell wasn't the only revelation on the court that night. As impressive as she was, the Fever had another unexpected star waiting to make her mark. How often does a player come off the bench for their first game and immediately look ready to contribute? For Chloe Bibby, her debut for the Indiana Fever wasn't just about showing potential.
To the Indiana Fever today, right after getting picked up 8 points in 10 minutes and 48 seconds. I have now nicknamed Red Kryptonite Chloe Bibby. Made her introduction. We're going to check this out. They're going to pass the ball out way downtown. Boom, that's her first Fever points.
It was a statement that she belongs. Coming into Barbie Night, expectations for Bibby were measured. After all, she was playing limited minutes on a stage most first-timers take time to adjust to. But by the time she walked off the court, it was impossible to ignore her impact. Bibby wasted no time getting involved. Early in her appearance, she fired off a clean three-pointer, one of the first points scored by the Fever during the game. You could see the confidence in her movement. There was zero hesitation in her release, almost as if she'd been out there for months, not minutes. The bench erupted, cheering her on, as if they knew she was about to give the Sky more trouble than they'd bargained for. That energy carried over into her next few possessions, where she added quick points that made fans take notice. What made her debut even more impressive is how efficient she was. In just under 11 minutes of play, Bibby scored 8 points. That's not just a solid start. It's better than what some seasoned players managed in the same game. Natasha Howard, for example, logged 12 minutes but didn't outscore Bibby. The numbers told the story. This wasn't about stats padding in garbage time. Bibby's points came when the Fever needed someone to sustain their already dangerous momentum, and she delivered. The nickname Red Kryptonite was thrown out after her performance, and honestly, it fits. Bibby brought a spark off the bench that wasn't just felt on the court, but throughout the entire team. The Sky looked rattled, trying to contain the unexpected production from a player they probably hadn't planned for. By the end of her minutes, Bibby had done more than prove she could play. She'd proven she could change a game. With Mitchell lighting it up and Bibby stepping in like she'd been there all season, the Fever looked scary. But the way Chicago struggled to respond raises bigger questions about their future. Kelsey Mitchell didn't just lead the Fever to a win, she sent a clear message to the league with her 35-point performance, including 6 three-pointers that left the Sky defense completely exposed. Her ability to dictate the game proved she's a player no team can afford to overlook. And then there's Chloe Bibby stepping off the bench and putting up 8 points in just over 10 minutes. That's depth the Fever didn't have before. So, what do you think? Was this Mitchell's best performance yet? And could Bibby be the piece that pushes the Fever even further this season?